Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Royce from Pedal Mel. Welcome to my channel. All right, I'm back, and I think this will be installment number 6. Getting a slow start here, working on the distributor caps, and I have a few tips for you guys if anyone else gets this kit, or maybe it's the same with the Pocker kit. Don't do what I did though. I first started cutting them off the sprue. As such, I was cutting off the long end, which will be, let me see if I can get something to point here. I was cutting off the part of the boot where the orange rubber hose would slide on, which I'm not using the orange hose. So I would recommend leaving that on as you cut them off the sprue, as seen on this one here, and it just is a little easier to get a hold of with a good pair of needle nose pliers, so you can seat it into the distributor cap. So that it was really tough here getting these that are already cut, pre-cut, pushed in. I'll try to show you here. It's a little definitely easier with having the extra little stub on the other end. It's not, I mean, it's not super easy, but definitely makes life a little easier having that, to put that on. And of course, get ready for something to go flying across the room too, which sucks, but you have to take your time with it. And this one I started drilling. That's what that little scrap was there. So I would do that, and then if you're planning on doing what I'm doing, drill out with a pin drill each little rubber boot, and then stick the wire in. I would say it's best to put them. I mean, you could probably cheap out and go right to the distributor cap and just paint the ends black, and no one would probably notice. Or put a little piece of the orange hose I just stole, which I threw it away, I think. I don't know where it got to. The orange hose, and paint it black, or put a little piece of shrink tubing on the end, something black to represent this, so you didn't have to do all this work. That would probably be a lot easier, but apparently I'm masochistic, so I'm going to continue on moving along here with this, but it's taking me a little bit of time. As a few went flying across the room, I quickly realized it's not going to work the way I'm trying to push them in without that stalk sticking out the top there. So it's definitely a lot easier having that there, and then you could just cut those off then. And the sprue cutters that they give you in the box is actually pretty decent. I would say they're better than my Tamiya ones, and my Tamiya ones were not cheap by any means. And I have a pair of Klein electrical ones that they gave me at work, and they're almost as nice as these, I would say. But anyway, it's a little tip there for you. But I would say don't do what I did. Don't cut it off the sprue with. Just leave it all together, and then you can push them in. It's going really easy now. I'm getting the hang of it here, but when I first started here, it was not a treat. He went flying. The other thing is the fatter end is what goes towards, obviously, if it's conical shaped, the wide part of the bottom of the boot goes towards the distributor cap. Let's see here. Yeah, like that. Not too bad, but the inner ones are probably going to be a real pain in the butt, I have a feeling. But and then I was using this dermatology tool to put mark for my pin drill in the centers. So it's a very, very, very sharp point. I didn't notice my thing is bent there on the end, my little pointer thing. But I was planning on using that to mark my holes. All right, several hours later, I think, finally kind of wrapping up the 2 distributors. I had added miniature screws to mimic the actual little slotted ones that are on the Bosch distributor caps. So there's 3 of them there. 3 little tiny screws. I happen to find them in a mix that I had from when I used to rebuild watches, wrist watches. So I don't know if I can zoom up with this, just using my cell phone here to video, but they turned out pretty decent. Some of the holes I didn't get perfectly drilled quite centered there, but that's okay. I don't think once you bundle the wires all up and everything, I don't think it's going to be that noticeable, I'm hoping. The other issue I'm having here is trying to figure out how I'm going to attach the wires down below. So the little nipple nubs that they give you, whatever you want to call that, the little black plastic nubs there, I don't really care for. They don't seem to, it's either I got to figure out a way to attach using, I had some different other scraps of tubing here. I had this, which came with, I think, axle kits for Hot Wheels or something. These little cut your own type of spacers from this clear tubing. I was going to try to use that to, it'll go on this end of the nub on the black one, but then I can't get it on the wire. I was going to use that to couple, would that be the word couple? Coupling between the wire and the black plastic, and then I was just going to paint them black. I think what I'm going to end up doing is just going like that and painting the ends black. I don't think you'll really notice it, or put a little piece of shrink tubing or something on the end there to mimic it. I'm just too frustrated at this point. These black little nipples keep going across my room. I lost, I don't know how many of them. I'm down to, I only have a few left. They do give you maybe half a dozen to a dozen extras. And I think it's the same size as the ones that were up on top at the distributor. I'm thinking they were the same. And oddly enough, you can see here, this collapsed. The putty I had in here, I should have took a piece of paper towel or something and packed in that hole there. That's where you were supposed to put large screws there. I just happened to see it here on the camera. I'll have to fix that with the Tamiya putty and repaint the what was that, the Bosch injection unit. I couldn't think there for a second, but anyway, back to this. Just getting very frustrated because I don't want to use the spark plug wires that they gave, are too bright orange and they're too fat. This wire comes out, it was like 1.1 millimeter, so I think that's going to be perfect. So we'll find out here. I don't know what I did with here's one here. I have this hose here. They gave me 2 pieces of that. They were supposed to go where the oil lines. I put the Tamiya 2.6 millimeter braided hoses there, but I thought maybe I could use this, and then if I heat it up, maybe it'll shrink enough. I think if I just cut tiny pieces and put in the ends there, no one's even going to notice it. So we'll see. I tell you one good thing compared to what I've seen with the Pocker instructions, at least what little I saw on Nigel's modeling bench channel. Here they do tell you exactly how to rotate the distributor, where each thing goes. It'll tell you 100 millimeter long wire, and then I saw like this one over here says 125 millimeter, and you go along, is very, very carefully shown each and every spark plug wire. It's pretty crazy, and I don't know, I could be wrong on that, but when I saw Nigel putting his Pocker one together, it looked a little more fastidious. I don't know, is that the word? Or even, I don't know, a little more aggravating than the instructions didn't look as in depth as this, I should say. So we shall see. But I'm just kind of at that point right now. I just got to figure out. Anyway, but these aren't, I didn't glue these in or anything. They're just pressure fit in there. They allow you to do that. Oh, the bottom popped out, and I did have that super glued, I thought. Anyway, the top does come off the distributor cap, so I'm pretty happy with so far. And these micro drill bits, I had got these off Amazon a few years ago. I'll show you the packs I have if you want to. I can even put the links down below. There's 2 different packs, even though oddly enough they have the same part number, I believe. Apparently I bought them in 2017 or 18. Does it say 2018? Anyway, I'll put links down below. I broke a lot of these off though. Unfortunately, there you can see one's broke off, the blue one there. One's missing apparently. I mean, I don't know where it's at, but anyway, that's nice. And then a pin drill like this is what I was using. You just gotta be very careful. I went through my finger there last week with it, and it's just fine healing up there in my finger. I mean, I literally went through my finger with it. That was fun. So anyway, that's where I'm at with that, and that's the only update I have on the tedious and time-consuming distributor caps and beginning of the process of routing all these wires. All right, so I think using a little tiny piece of 1 millimeter shrink tubing on the end is going to be great. I think that's going to work out. This is the kit that I had gotten last week or two from Amazon. I'll put the link down below or put it in my Amazon affiliate store. And you can see it up in the top left corners, the tiny shrink tubing you get in there. What's it says? 80 pieces, supposed to be at 1 millimeter. Seems to be like, if you can kind of see it right there, it's going to be awesome. I think that's going to be awesome though. So I'm letting this dry right now. The first piece there. Letting that dry, and then I will try to bend it down. I added some Tamiya putty there to the hole that collapsed. The two holes actually, it dropped down over the last week, and that's where I'm at with that. But I think it's going to work out really well, and it's a little easier than fiddling around with these black little nipples that are in there. I'm just going to yank them out, and I'll save them. I'm not going to throw them away. But like I said, whenever, at least me, I guess with me getting older in my eyes too, whenever I try to pick them up with tweezers or the needle nose pliers, they just sometimes they're kind of springy and they want to take off on me and go flying across the room or into my lap. I'm just getting kind of annoyed with that. So I think adding the little boot on the end myself will make life a lot easier here with it. Okay, well, this is snowballing as usual. I ended up having to use a 1.65 millimeter drill bit to remount all the spark plug holes. So that was fun, but it only took a few seconds, so not too bad with an electric drill. I didn't do a pin drill on that. So this will fit in there, hopefully. Of course, not going to do it now, but it'll be a nice fit there then. And I think that'll work really well, and no one's really going to know the wiser once it's all together, so I think that'll be fine. But that's just so like I said, I couldn't, after I pulled all the little fake plastic nipples out or whatever that were supposed to represent the spark plugs, it was the holes were just a little too tight for the end of the wires with the shrink tubing on, so I think that'll be good. All right, about 6 hours later, and I think I'm finally wrapping up the spark plug wires, or at least majority of them anyway. So that was quite fun. Not really. And this is the result. Not looking too bad. I used Tamiya black rubber to go around the boots, whatever number this is. What is it? LP65. So I went in, after I pulled the little nubs out, I went back and I noticed the discs should be painted rubber black, so I did them. A lot of work went into that. It's pretty crazy. I didn't think it would take me that long to do, but anyway. So I got to fix the white patches you see on the fuel injection unit. I got to fix that. I started sanding the one on top. The bottom I don't think's cured yet. So once that is cured, then I can file that down, sand it, and repaint the injection unit. But I think I'm fine, able to soon move on to greener pastures of working on something else. I'm kind of getting tired of working on the motor. Still think it looks pretty good though. In the long run, I think it'll be cool. I still need to wire up the alternators there. I kind of need to tuck some wires down underneath there, and didn't really do that yet. So pretty happy with it though overall. Tried to make it as tidy as I could. So that's that. And hopefully that is the last of the part 6 installment. That took me a lot longer. I probably have about 8 hours maybe wrapped up total in the spark plug wires, I would say. I think I might have shown the miniature screws. I think really looks really good. Tiny slotted from a wristwatch little screws on the hold downs for the distributor caps. I think that looks awesome. It looks very correct to the actual ones that would have been used on the Bosch caps. There's 3 slotted screws to hold down each cap. So I'm pretty happy with that. I even tried to duplicate the yellow tags, which would have told you which cylinder, which wire goes to which cylinder. So there you go. Hope you guys like that part 6. If you want to keep following, I'd really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. These seem to be taking off, these videos. Everyone seems to like them. So if you hit the subscribe button down in the right corner, that'd be great. I'd really appreciate it. And hit the bell for notifications. That would be awesome. And I think that's it for tonight. And I shall go to sleep and hopefully not dream too much about getting this done. So thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. And any questions or comments, you can post them down below. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good night. Talk to you soon. Bye now.